Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Al, and the new content has just arrived to the shores of the Dragon Isles. The first raid of Dragonflight Vault of the Incarnates is open, and the Season 1 of Mythic Plus and PvP has just begun. And the open world of Dragon Isles has even more gigantic threats and primal invasions for you to overcome. With new content comes new gearing opportunities, and in this video I'm gonna go over all of the different ways that you can gear your mains and alts if you're looking to dive into the first season of Dragonflight and game content. But right before that, most of you guys watch these videos are still not subscribed. However, the more of you remind, the more of you do. So let's keep it going. Subscribe to the channel as well as hit the bell if you're watching these videos anyway, especially if you're looking to get regular class and content updates for all the future Dragonflight builds. First, we have major updates to gearing in the open world content. This week marks the launch of Primal Storms, a world event where Primalists make a return and set up assaults throughout the zones of the Dragon Isles. This event is similar to the pre-expansion Elemental Assaults and reward a variety of gear upgrades and collectibles via open world. Group up with other players and slay primal forces in select locations. Slaying mobs helps you earn elemental overflow currency as well as primal cores, which are redeemable once a week. Primal overflow can be used to purchase armor of 359 item level, which comes with its own tier set bonuses. These items are the perfect set of starter gear that you could farm for any fresh alts and new players checking out Dragonflight for the very first time. An upgraded version of this gear can also be purchased for primal cores and awards item level that's comparable to normal raid difficulty items. But you'll also be able to spend this overflow currency on things like collectibles, like pets, and a Stormhide Salamander mount as well. This week we also get access to 4 new world bosses raging throughout the Dragon Isles. These bosses will be available for everyone to slay on a weekly rotation, and will require an entire raid of players to take down. These Goliaths will drop items of 389 item level, which are similar to the very early gear found in the Vault of the Incarnates raid on normal difficulty. And along with new content, you can still earn upgrades with World Quest, which reward scaling gear upgrades. Farming super rares could potentially net you 380 item level pieces, and these rares can be found in Bracket Hide, located in the Zone of Azure Span, the Obsidian Sanctum, located in Waking Shore, and near Vault of the Incarnates, located in Thaldraszus. We also have community events like Siege of Dragonbane Keep, the Community Feast in Iskara Village, and Grand Hunts all over the Dragon Isles, which have a chance of rewarding scaling upgrades usually around 380 item level. This week, the first raid of Dragonflight Vault of the Incarnates launches with the regional reset. This instance offers some of the strongest PvE items available, and will open with all 3 difficulties of normal, heroic, and mythic day 1, with the LFR difficulty opening 1 wing at a time over the next few weeks. Raiding in Dragonflight awards gear that scales with boss difficulty, meaning that early bosses are generally easier to tackle, but will reward lower item level entry gear. These rewards start at 389 on normal, 402 on heroic, and 415 on mythic difficulty, while high-end difficult bosses will drop 398 on normal, 411 on heroic, and 424 on mythic difficulties. These raid bosses can also drop some rare unique items with powerful bonus effects. And certain raid fights can offer tier set items as well. Tier set gear will come with a variety of unique and powerful bonuses available for every single class spec in the game, and will be worth getting early to increase your character's overall power at endgame content. We also get major improvements to Season 1 Dungeons and Mythic Plus gearing. The first season of Dragonflight Dungeons is set to feature old and new dungeons in a rotation. The Season 1 will include Dragonflight Dungeons of Algaleth Academy, Ruby Life Pools, the Azure Vault, and the No-Code Offensive. But we also will feature dungeons from previous expansions, such as Court of Stars and Halls of Valor from the expansion of Legion, Shadowmoon Burial Grounds from Warlords of Draenor, and Temple of the Jade Serpent from Mists of Pandaria, with many of the older dungeons seeing changes and new mechanics to help scale them to the Dragonflight standard. similar to previous expansions, Mythic Dungeons reward end of run gear, which can now scale all the way to plus 19 difficulty, offering better competitive rewards of 4 or 5 item level for challenging yourself in upscaled instances. These items can also be upgraded with Valor, a currency obtainable from Mythic Plus dungeons, and can be potentially upgraded to item level of 415 depending on your Mythic Dungeon rating. Your Mythic Plus rating can be improved by finishing and timing more difficult Mythic Plus dungeons. We also see massive improvements to PvP gearing in Dragonflight. First things first, PvP gear will still reign supreme inside of PvP combat situations, meaning that you don't necessarily need to grind raids or dungeons or other external activities to be competitive in rated PvP. All PvP items will still retain their scaling qualities, upgrading when engaging in combat with other players. There are also new avenues when it comes to gearing for PvP, with open world PvP gear and new open world vendors. These items can be obtained by participating in PvP open world quests, as well as other activities. Slaying players in the open world nets you bloody token currency, which can be exchanged for starter PvP items. The base world PvP gear scales to item level 408 and comes with its own tier set bonuses. It can be further upgraded to scale to 421 in PvP combat for trophies of strife, awarded for participating in open world PvP activities. We also have basic honor gear, which scales up to item level 411 and can be obtained with honor points awarded for most PvP activities. While these items can be upgraded to a higher rank, the scaling level does not change, and upgrading only benefits their PvE capabilities. Conquest gear can be obtained with conquest points, which is awarded from participating in rated PvP activities. These items scale to item level 424, and just like honor, obtaining higher ranks does not improve its scaling item level, making conquest pieces the most competitive items you should try to obtain for PvP combat. Participating in endgame content like raids, Mythic Plus, and rated PvP lets you collect gear from the Great Vault. The more bosses you slay, the more dungeons you complete, and the more you PvP, the more chances you gain at rewards to take with you every weekly reset. But you may only walk away with one of these items at a time, so choose wisely. This gear will scale with the difficulty of content, meaning slaying mythic bosses will award better gear than normals, higher end dungeons will award better gear, and competing at higher PvP rating will not change the scaling item level, but will improve the base item level of the item. For those of you looking to focus on mythic dungeons or PvP, the Great Vault offers an opportunity at collecting tier set pieces, and it's recommended to fill your vault fully in any of these activities in order to gain more chances at potential upgrades. The Creation Catalyst will be returning to Dragonflight at a later time this season. Just like in the expansion of Shadowlands, this Catalyst will be able to take your base PvP, raid, and dungeon gear and upgrade them into tier set items. The Catalyst will be releasing a few weeks after the season has launched, as it is mostly intended to be bad luck protection and a catch-up alternative for alt characters. This version of the Catalyst will be alt friendly, capable of storing multiple charges globally for all of your characters at once. Just make sure you do the weekly questline to collect a charge on your main first. The Catalyst will also support all future characters as well, making it much easier to re-roll into a new main or catch up some new alt characters way after the season has launched. Gearing through professions is another alternative. Crafting professions can offer great starter gear, which can also be listed on the auction house for a bit of profit. And specializing in certain professions can allow you to make some of the most competitive items for endgame, but take a lot of time and commitment to cultivate. Specialization items will require primal infusions, which is a unique crafting currency obtainable from all forms of endgame content for you and by those who invested time into these professions and specializations. Of 418. Some of these crafting items even come with unique combat bonuses, which could be useful to a variety of playstyles in PvE content, as well as unique bonuses found only in PvP. It's highly recommended to hold on to all crafting materials, as you can use the work order system to get these items crafted for you by those who invested time into these professions and specializations. And for now, that's gonna be the full guide to how gearing will work in the Season 1 of Dragonflight. I want to thank you all so much for watching this video and I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. Which method of endgame gearing are you going to prioritize on your main and alt characters? Are you looking to gear for PvP, or maybe dive into some Mythic Plus dungeons, or primarily focus on the raids? Are you looking forward to gearing any alts in the open world content? And have you attempted to utilize the work order system to pick up some powerful upgrades and bonuses? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments below. As per usual, if you guys enjoyed this video or found it informative, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it. And as always, in the description of every single live stream and video, we have a link to our Discord community channel. Probably the best place to reach out to me directly in case you want to let me know what you thought about this video, or discuss with the other members of the community what you think about the upcoming changes. Join our Discord to become part of the community. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts, and as always, I'll see all of you guys in another video.